in it and live the free skies.
Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where the spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Watch it. I have them spurling, cleared up some fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass. And live the phrase, sky's the broke as me. A nigga nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucked up. I see you later. Put me milk days. My orange box cutter make the world. The inside. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? Huh, I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. I see most of them getting me no wrong, I got my point across. In your place. A nigga never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt.
All right. Hit it.
Goddamn. Fucking goddamn, guys. How are you guys doing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What is going on, everybody? And how is everybody doing here on this fine Friday? On this fine Friday afternoon, man. What is going on, man? We're back with yet again another edition of the news. And with that, how's everybody doing, bro? How's everybody doing? And thank you guys for being here and joining us as always, man. This is episode 224 of the podcast. Man, how's everybody doing, bro? How's everybody doing? And, bro, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, no kidding. Dude, what is going on, bro? What is going on, dude? We got news. I did not think this was going to come upon us. I didn't have this on my bingo card for the year. I didn't have a lot of things on my bingo card for the year, but I did not have... We got so much news, bro. We got news on so many contracts coming up, dude. I'm talking Bobby Lashley, MVP, Keith Lee, Malachi Black, dude. CM Punk contract, Bryan Daniels, dude. So many contracts coming up this year. So much going on here today, or in the week, I guess, in this week of the news, bro. We have a lot of good news here today for you guys, man, and I'm excited to share it all with you guys. And yeah, dude. So we got a lot of news, man. We got a lot of interesting news, man. We actually got some news just dropping today about Kenny Omega and All In. We got news on. We got news for the homie, man. We got news for Bell, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got news
Some
for
big
Bell.
stuff.
Yes, as Triple H out here making meetings with London, bro, to bring WrestleMania to London, man. So we got a development on that. And yeah, bro, we got a bunch of interesting news here today for you guys, man. And yeah, man, like I said, just a bunch of interesting stuff going on today here in just the week in general of wrestling, man. So how's everybody doing? And yeah, man, so if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how this very podcast works. If you guys want, or if you guys do not know how the show works, man, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we're on here with Notorious Unscripted after Monday Night Raw. And every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. And with that, man, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, that is overbuilt or properly built. We talked, we had a great discussion about the whole CM Punk and Drew McIntyre build and all that. We had a great discussion about that. We had a great discussion about Monday Night Raw. Overall, it was a pretty good week. There was a couple kind of things that were a little odd to me about Monday Night Raw. Just a couple. Otherwise, man, I thought the show was great. And surprisingly, we talked about another excellent week of AEW television, man. I told Sir K this privately a couple days ago. Dare I say, the love is starting to blossom a little bit
Mm-hmm.
for
It's starting to
AEW.
emerge again.
Yes, because they've been just putting on banger fucking shows. They've been putting on great shows, man, going into All In, and it's been a very story-focused All In build. And I can appreciate that, and I love that. I think they've been doing great. So if you guys did miss that, that's available for you guys on all platforms. That's Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, join us right here live every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find all 8 of these beautiful designs and more. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know who we are here at NHP. I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How the hell are you, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Been pretty normal. I'm sorry. It's been pretty normal. Excited for today. Great news to talk about today. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. We got SummerSlam next week. Can't wait for that. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I love SummerSlam this year, at least. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for what's coming up, man. A lot of things in the next coming weeks coming up, man. Especially like next week, and it's all really exciting, man. With all the stuff we get to watch, man. So I'm excited. I'm really excited. And yeah, like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family?
Yeah.
How's life? How's the family?
Did you glitch?
Sorry. I did, I guess. Sorry.
I was like, something happened.
Really fucking fried over here. But yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Like Durante asked, how's life? How's the family? How's it for you guys? How's it for anybody in the live chat, the replay? And what about you, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good, man. Just chilling, dude. Just chilling. Yeah, as Durante always asks, bro. I'm good. Family's good. What about you? Logan, Bell, Durante, Man Ray, bro. How the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys, as always, for being here, man. So, Of course, Bell. I've been hearing some crazy things about that the Olympic ceremony. So I'm glad that I'm glad that we saved you. Um,
Exactly.
but but yeah, dude. Yeah. Other than that, man. Other than that, bro, I'm good. Want to? I don't know if he's here. Probably not. He's probably working, knowing him. But I want to give a very special birthday shout out. His birthday was yesterday. Um, his birthday was yesterday, but I still want to give a very, very, very special birthday shout out to my brother, one of my best friends on this entire planet, one of my closest, one of the people I'm very closest to, man. I want to give a special birthday shout out. Like I said, his birthday was yesterday, not today, but nonetheless, I still want to give a very, very, very special birthday shout out to the man himself, or for lack of better term, manager. Huh?
Mm.
Manager Logan. I don't know what I tried to do there. Manager Logan, man. I want to give a very special birthday shout out to my man, Logan. If I could just say a couple words, bro. Man, God, we've been friends. We've been at this for, wow, maybe about 6 or 7 years, bro, which is fucking insane to say that. But man, absolutely one of my closest brothers, bro. One of the nicest people I've ever met. One of the most genuine dudes. One of the most honest and just upfront dudes that you can ever meet, bro. Just a good brother, man. A good brother, a good dude. And I'm so proud, to call him my brother. And I don't know if he's here now. Like I said, I don't think so, because I believe he's working, that manager Logan, but nonetheless, bro, I hope you had a great day, and I hope I hope we get to meet up again soon and do our thing, bro. Because as you guys know, we physically met the man for Survivor Series in November, and it was absolutely I got the picture right here. It was absolutely one of the best wrestling show I've ever been to. One of the best weekends of my entire life. Just getting to finally meet the man and stuff. Finally meet him in person, and it was just a blast, bro. And I can't wait to do it again. Hope you had a great birthday, dude. And thank you for always being genuine. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for always believing in us. And dude, your love does not go unnoticed, bro. Does not go unnoticed, man. And the love is absolutely reciprocated back, man. Absolutely one of the best people I ever met. Don't know what I'd do without him, bro. So happy birthday to the man, Manager Logan.
Truly, man. Happy birthday. Survivor Series was incredible, man. Always being friends with you has been incredible, man. And whichever one the next one is will be really incredible. Whether it's Minnesota, whether it's
Fucking
London,
Paul.
maybe. It was gonna be a Mania, Minnesota. Now
I was gonna, yeah.
Maybe.
I was gonna say
London. We'll see, man. We'll see. But can't wait for the next one, man. And happy birthday, bro.
absolutely, man. So yeah, dude, bro. But yes, other than that, bro, I'm doing great. Man. Bro.
Eight.
Just for purposes, Bell, if you don't mind, drop the birthday in the chat, because you're absolutely getting a birthday shout out. I'll have to ask Durante next time he's in here too. But Bell, drop it in chat. Just so I don't forget about you. Maybe I should, for you always moving my camera, but I'll be nice to you today, I guess. Anyways, so, man, dude, I'm doing great. I'm also doing fucking horrible. Dude, your birthday was 2 weeks ago? God fucking damn it. Bell.
Good, Bill. Unless you mean because I think British people reverse it. So is it December?
Is it December 7th or July 12th? Because if it's July 12th, I'm going to kill you. Durante, bro, drop it in the chat. Let me write these down so I don't forget these. Unbelievable. Bell. Yes, please. Oh, okay.
I had a feeling. That makes sense.
Don't.
He's off.
Okay. Gotcha. Hold on. Unbelievable, Bell. How you gonna catfish me like that, dude? How you gonna catfish
I
me like
remember,
that?
like, I think British people, I think their dates, they reverse it from us. So month is first,
Yeah, because I know
I think.
Canadian people are different with like schools too. Because
Yeah.
I believe like we call it third grade, but they call it grade 3. So they like,
Wow.
yeah, it's I don't know. Actually, I don't know. It is what it is. But okay, good to know, Bell. Good to know. But anyways, and as well as you, Durante, man, good to know. Good to know. But
And 2-0.
I'm doing great, but simultaneously I'm doing horrible. I hate Mattel. I do. Because yesterday they just decided to go on and fucking drop fucking bangers at San Diego Comic-Con. So much so I already may or may not. It's a good chance I did, but probably not. I may or may not have already pre-ordered Ultimate Edition Money in the Bank 2011 CM Punk. But, and I also hate Ringside Collectibles for pricing his figures so fucking high, because what the fuck was that? Okay, $40 for an Ultimate Edition? Usually, they're at least $34.99. However, they
34. Wow.
decided to finesse me here, and absolutely trying to really milk my bank account here, and it's
Mm. Are they
it's
milking it?
so bad, dude. They're milking the shit out of, man. Fuck. They're milking me, bro. They're milking me, dog. All right, we're just gonna leave it at that. But
Very good.
dude, they dropped so much heat yesterday, dude. We got a Vault CM Punk. We got, and then my dumbass a couple fucking weeks ago pre-ordered Defining Moments LA Knight, and I fucking forgot that the Ultimate Edition LA Knight was coming out, and I was like, great. I didn't want the Ultimate Edition, but I forgot because they wear the same attire, or at least close. I forgot that it was a different figure, and accidentally ordered Defining Moments when I wanted the Ultimate Edition. So now I'm probably gonna have to fucking get both of them, and that really pissed me off. They got a furry Braun Breaker coming out. He will not be displayed in my case with the furry thing, but he will be displayed in the case for sure. They got a Dragunov, bro. They do, bro.
Yeah,
You remember when he wore the big furry helmet?
that fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know. Hey,
they got the furry brown breaker. Thank God.
I don't know where he found that, man. Dark parts of the internet, I guess. But anyways,
Turn
um,
red website.
probably, dude, probably. You know how this shit works. Nation's fucked up, dude. But anyways,
Oh,
um, they got a furry. They got a furry Braun Breaker, bro. They got the now manager Logan's here. He's late again, and he missed his birthday shout out. Unbelievable. Well, you gotta rewind like 10 minutes, and we just did a whole epilogue
wait,
about you. We just did a whole
happy
dialogue
birthday,
about you,
bro.
my friend. Happy birthday, my
Goddamn.
brother. I love you, dude. You are a busy
Love
man.
you,
I
brother.
did say that, but you
Yeah,
know, all these
you are.
tardies, bro. All these tardies, man. You're
Goddamn.
still not fired.
Like me and every year. Fucking A.
Unbelievable.
Just every Monday.
Yeah, I wasn't going for shit. But, but but yeah, bro. Yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, dude, a bunch of bangers dropped yesterday. They got the Macho Man CM Punk coming out. I mean, it's ridiculous out here, bro. It's ridiculous. Just as I thought I was catching up on figures, boom. And then they got Yeet Jey Usos coming out. I mean, come on, dog. Are you serious right now? I love it, but what the fuck, man? But I did get my hands on one of them CM Punks for early November, so I guess that'll be a little birthday gift to myself, because one of my favorite figures when I was a kid. Sorry, we're rambling on here, but we'll get the show on the road in just a second. One of my favorite figures as a kid was the Elite 16 CM Punk. And I still have the figure to this day. I lost the shirt when I was a kid, man, and I got the figure. It's one of my favorite figures. I remember my parents surprised me with it for my birthday in the year of 2011. So I guess it might have been 2000. Yeah, it was my birthday in 2012. So I believe I was turning 11. They surprised me we went to Kmart, and We got the Raw entrance stage and the Elite 16 CM Punk, and I miss that Kmart very much. I got a lot of great figures there, but I'll never forget how excited I was to have those two finally in my possession, and I'll never forget staying up all night, having all my buddies over, staying up all night and just fucking playing with my CM Punk and playing with my Raw entrance stage. And I've always wanted the figure to be remade, and they're finally remaking it. So I said to myself yesterday, oh, I'm probably going to wait a bit. I'm probably going to wait a little bit to put in the pre-order for the Punk. And good thing I said to myself, just get it now, because literally hours later, the same day it went on pre-order, Logan sent the text in the group chat saying that it was already on back order. So good thing I got it. So it's going to be here pre-order for early November, and I'm so excited. If I remember, I always forget when I get figures. I used to be real good with remembering, but I'll remember to show you guys if I get it, man, because it's going to be a really cool full circle moment. But Logan, I definitely understand, bro. I got to get that Ultimate Bray when it goes on pre-order. I got to get the Ultimate Gunther. I still got to get the Ultimate Cody. I mean, it's fucked up out here, man. I mean, they are ganking my shit, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, they're straight yoking my shit up right now. And it's ridiculous out here. But aside from everything else, 26 minutes in, I apologize. Thank you guys so very much for joining us, as always, bro. And yeah, man, so that's about it for everything that we had to cover in the intro. But yes, man, I'm doing good. Family's doing good. And what about you, Durante, Logan, Bell, Man Ray? Thank you guys always for being here, bro. And CM Punk. Speaking of CM Punk, this transitions us perfectly. Instead of talking about Elite or Ultimate Edition ringside exclusive CM Punk, let's talk about the real CM Punk, man. CM Punk and his contractual status with the WWE, man. So man, so in the recent days, reports have emerged that CM Punk was looking to renegotiate his contract with WWE. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer indicated that Punk initially signed a short-term deal when he returned in November. He says the deal is currently expiring right now. Meltzer indicated that both sides are happy with how things are going and are restructuring restructuring was always expected around this time. PW Insider then came out with a report that pours cold water on Meltzer's statement that CM Punk signed. What would that be? If he signed in November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. You expect me to think CM Punk signed an 8-month deal with WWE?
Like what?
That's the first thing. Okay, well, anyway. PW Insider reports they pour cold water on Meltzer's idea, stating that CM Punk signed a 3-year deal. There's PW Insider stating that Punk signed a 3-year deal when he made his return at Survivor Series. According to multiple WWE sources, the deal reportedly extends to November of 2026, not counting any potential added-on injury time. PW Insider also reported any claims of Punk trying to take advantage of WWE in the negotiations are 100% false. WWE actually reportedly initiated the negotiations and approached Punk about making changes to his deal, wanting to lock him in for a bigger deal. PW Insider, when they were asked what they would do, when they were asked why they would do that if they have Punk locked in already, they were told by one source, New World, huge numbers, merch, and social. And another reason that they are trying to lock him in is because WrestleVotes is reporting regarding CM Punk. A source in WWE claims that they are extremely happy with Punk's attitude, commitment, and drawing power, TV and social numbers and social media views, and big merchandise sales, and it's safe to say they want to continue this momentum for as long as possible.
Hell yeah.
Good old Dave. that man, as it says here, they poured cold water on him.
Damn. Bro got dunked. Damn.
Dude, he really did, bro. Dave Meltzer, bro. Why
Old Davey boy.
would you expect anybody to believe that CM Punk signed a 9-month deal with WWE? Now, on one hand, you could say to yourself, well, they didn't know if CM Punk is going to be a problem. Let's not act like WWE's strangers to fucking cut anybody from their deal if they're a problem. Look what they did to
They'll
Matt
just fire
Riddle.
you.
Yeah.
Exactly. They'll just up and just boot your ass. They don't care.
So it makes absolutely no sense. WWE is not the kind of company like AEW is where they're going to do, you got a 6-month out clause, or AEW is also the type of company that doesn't release people. They just let people expire, and they just let people waste their time and sit dormant for however long. But WWE, again, why would they sign CM Punk to a 9-fucking-month deal when if he turns out to be a problem, they'll just release his ass anyway? So that right there already makes the report fucking stupid as far as I'm concerned, from Dave. And I'm glad PW Insider did, further expand on what was going on with Punk and whatnot, because again, that just sounds fucking stupid. WWE brings CM Punk back after 9 years away, and they sign him to a 9-month deal. When is WWE ever known to give out deals 9 months? WWE is always either 3 years or 5 years.
Exactly. They don't do nothing under 3 unless you're Brock Lesnar and they can only afford you for 2 years at a time. Then you're lucky. But other than that, it's either going to be a 3-year deal or a 5-year deal, or if you're Undertaker, like a 13-year deal. But most people don't want that, so it's either going to be 3 or 5.
Definitely. So, yeah, man, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. But as for, Punk signing, and then again, they clarified, Punk signed a 3-year deal when he came back at Survivor Series, so he is locked down until 2026. And then they also shot down the claims of Punk trying to take advantage of WWE. Why would he do that?
Why would he do? He likes being there.
I was going to say, it's like, it's not an AEW where he was, not taking, honestly, in a sense, they were kind of taking advantage of him, I would say, because they kind of were just forcing him to be around, even though he didn't want to be there. He told them it wasn't going to work. If they don't want to work with me, it's never going to work. And they kind of, took advantage of him because of his drawing power, media numbers, merch numbers, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. They kind of took advantage of him in a way, but I mean, why would he? He's having fun. WWE's having fun. It's like nobody's fucking taking advantage of anybody here. So I don't understand why that was even brought up in the conversation. But it seems like WWE approached him because they want him for a bigger deal, and that sounds legit. And there was reports that, I don't know if there's any truth to them after the PW Insider claims, but let's see. So there was reports that Wrestle Purists reported that CM Punk is trying to restructure his deal with WWE, and his deal Punk is looking to extend so he can stay forever in WWE. He made his intention known that he wants to stay in WWE forever, and it is his home, and he's made it known to them. I don't know if there's any truth to that. It's not a Meltzer report, so it is from Wrestle Purists, so I'm sure there is a little bit of smoke to the fire if these conversations of making a bigger deal with Punk are even a thing. I'm sure there is smoke to the fire, and I think this is obviously CM Punk's home. I think this is where he is going to be forever.
I think so. I think it is where he's going to be. I think he really likes it here, and I think that's how it's going to work out. I think he wants to be in here, wrestle for as long as he can, and then when he can't, he's going to help backstage at the PC, in backstage in general. And I think that's obvious. That's what CM Punk wants.
Absolutely. And again, he's in an environment where, it's not
Well,
ran. It's not ran a certain way. AEW's ran very freely. WWE is a machine. WWE has structure. WWE has leadership. And they don't leave it to Will Ospreay to make the big boy decisions around the fucking joint, because they have leadership that makes big boy decisions. Sometimes WWE sucks at making the big boy decisions, but regardless, they have leadership, okay? AEW, unfortunately, no knock on them. Actually, it is a little bit of a knock on them. Does not. They do not have good leadership. That's common knowledge at this point. But yeah, man, it is, it's something, it just seems like he's happy. It seems like he's happy, and again, it's WWE. WWE is CM Punk's home, bro. So if anybody, doesn't think that, again, that the WWE is CM Punk's home, and this is where, he's gonna be forever. Again, just look again, because he's having a lot of fun, and you can tell how much fun he's having, and the figures are great. They're so great. Thank God, they're so good, dude. I Jazzware AEW figures were nice and all, but I'm telling you, bro, this Ultimate Edition CM Punk, it's gonna knock all of them out of the water, bro. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, man. So he's having fun, and I'm happy to have him around. And it seems as if, dude, where all of us used to get very upset with CM Punk because of all the shenanigans in AEW, everybody has loved his work in WWE, and it's been a lot of fun, man. So I'm glad he's staying.
Exactly. I'm glad he's staying. Love his work on TV. I love hearing about him, backstage. He ain't fucking boxing nobody. And that's great to hear, man. That's great.
Absolutely. Speaking of CM Punk, man, according to WRKD Wrestling, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre are working closely to craft their feud, and all references to past AEW or backstage issues have been given the green light by Punk ahead of time, which is obviously the nods to Colt Cabana. I know Drew was tweeting something about Colt Cabana, talking about, he quoted Punk's, "Hey, Colt Cabana, how you doing?" And then the most recent, the fucking most goated fucking picture of all time, this fucking picture Drew puts out yesterday with Jack Perry. Bro, absolutely one of the... Dude, absolutely one of the funniest fucking pictures on the internet all year. Drew McIntyre taking a picture with Jack Perry. And he captioned it something along the lines of like, yeah, this picture's real. Cry us a river or something like that. Hilarious, bro. Hilarious. But no, so going back to Punk's AEW stuff for a minute, I think this really all goes to show, if Hangman would have just asked him,
Can I say this line? Everything would have been fine.
I think he would have went ahead and let him do it, because he's obviously letting Drew poke fun at all this stuff. I honestly think it was a bit of a respect thing. Now again, like we used to say all the time, man, it's promo material, and he shouldn't have got that mad. But I do understand the bit of the respect thing of like, hey, dude, if you're going out and saying this without telling me, it seems a little malicious. But if you're letting me know ahead of time, then I know we're just crafting and we're just referencing.
Exactly.
So I think that's what it was for Punk. And again, I'll still sit here and say he shouldn't have got that mad to the point where it spiraled like that in AEW. But Because his AEW run should not have ended like that. And we have Tony Khan to blame for that. But I think it was a bit of a respect thing. And you could clearly tell because, as you can see, Drew and him are working closely to craft their feud, and all references to past AEW or backstage issues have been greenlit by Punk. I think, honestly, it just boiled down to a respect thing. Hangman, say what you want. He should have. If I was him, I would have told Punk. I said this many, many years ago. I would have told him, and if Punk got mad, oh well, dude, it's material. But at least I told you, so it's not coming off as malicious, or it's not coming off as if you're trying to spite me and embarrass me by mentioning shit like this without me even knowing about it. So,
okay, yeah.
So I do get, where Punk is coming from, but I also do get, Hangman was just doing promo material, but at the end of the day, it probably was a little malicious from the Elite, and that's probably why they didn't tell him, because it was probably too real to them, even though it might not have mattered to Punk. All you had to do was tell him. It probably was a little too real to them to talk about that and cover that base with Punk, which is very unprofessional.
Exactly. It was very unprofessional, man. Like, said it then, I'll say it now. I do think Punk overreacted to the promo material. But at the end of the day, I do think, at least to the Elite, it was kind of a verbal attack on Punk. I mean, Cole Cabana was their friend. I don't know if they were paying his rent, but they were his friend. And that was their friend, and he, in a way, indirectly because of Punk, lost his job because of Punk, because Tony Khan doesn't know how to act like a sane boss. They took it out on Punk, even though they should have took it out on Tony Khan, if anybody. Punk got mad, in my opinion, overreacted, and it spiraled into a literal backstage boxing match. So it's a crazy turn of events, man. But I like it now. They're discussing everything they want to do with against each other. Like, hey, can I bring up this? I want to bring up this, and they're all okaying it. And it's been fucking great. That picture is absolutely hilarious. Fucking Jack Perry got the most shitty grin on his face. It's fucking hilarious. I need the Hangman picture next, man. I need it.
I need a picture of fucking Drew with Cole Cabana. I need a picture of Drew with the Elite too. I need that one.
He's got to go to PWTs, man, and sign the door and sign it right where under Cole Cabana signed the door. Sign his name right under that one.
Or write it over Punk's signature.
Oh yeah, if his is even on there.
Yeah, I'm sure he's done meet and greets there quite a bit.
Okay.
So
okay.
It should be at least, unless bro didn't give that much of a fuck.
I mean, Cole Cabana, I think he's like a co-owner of it or something, or he helped the money to start it, something like that. But so he the man's petty, so maybe he didn't.
Yeah. Yes. Bro, Drew and Tony Khan would be the funniest fucking thing ever, dude.
Tony Khan got to make like a purposely scared face. It should be hilarious.
Drew's just got his hands wrapped around Tony's neck.
Oh, he's got to recreate that photo.
With Punk choking him.
Yep, he's got to recreate it.
Triple H would actually probably kill him for that one. This is Drew posing with fucking AEW's fucking owner.
Fucking TK would love that shit.
100%. TK does fear for his TK fears Punk, bro.
He does.
Yeah, man. So that is the news on CM Punk, man. That is the news on CM Punk. And speaking of, should we jump over to AEW for a little bit here?
Let's jump.
Okay, let's jump ship like Bobby Lashley. Not going over it. We'll save Bobby for the end, but oh brother. Okay, so AEW, man, AEW, bro. John Moxley. Speaking of CM Punk's ops, John Moxley. Alrighty, man. So, according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, John Moxley has been given time off by AEW and has not been backstage at AEW television since the Forbidden Door pay-per-view. Wow.
Crazy. Man never goes on vacation.
He never goes on vacation. I believe he went on one around Revolution this year. But honestly, bro, if you got to take 2 vacations this year to make up for the year of 2022, take all the time you need, bro.
Yeah.
As for what Mox is doing at All In, man, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know that one. Maybe he misses All In this year. I don't know, but what I will say is Jon Moxley deserves the time off. He has absolutely busted his ass in AEW, man, and has just been a great piece, obviously, to their roster, bro. So, hey, if he's got to take some time off, dude, then oh well, man. It'll be all right. We'll be okay. He dropped the title. Normally, after Moxley loses, Tony does like to have him off of TV for a little bit to just kind of... Jon Moxley's, in many ways, like his final boss, you know, so he does like to protect him, and whenever he does take a loss, he does go away for a little bit, which I can appreciate. That way, you know, when he comes back, he's still got some aura to him. Not that he's ever lost it, but he's still, you know, just... you know, keeps that, you know, aura, and he keeps that just, you know, just final boss, you know, mystique about him.
Exactly. I like it. It's a good way. Man was busting his ass for years straight in AEW. So he can take all the vacations he wants, man. Can't wait to have him back. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Maybe he's one of Brian's opponents if he wins the title. And he could face him at one of these pay-per-views. That could be nice. Yeah, they could have some stuff planned for him. So, but glad he's got his vacation. He's one of those guys that always, you know, when he's here, he's here. So it's always nice for him to take the vacation. And I can't wait to see him back.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, you know, I see a lot of people, man. They're writing off Brian. You know, to win this title at All In. But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm going into this hoping Brian does win the title. And that's nothing against Swerve. I just think they have a really epic story here with Bryan Danielson, and I think they have a really epic story with the main event of All In, and you know, him getting the championship as a part of his final career run. You know, I think there's beauty in that. And he doesn't have to hold the title for long. Hell, we can get to fucking Wrestle Dream. I believe it's in Seattle again, where Swerve is from, and Swerve could fucking win the title back from him. You know what I mean? But giving Brian an AEW World Championship run and adding that to his list of accolades is something I personally really want to see. So I hope they do it.
So.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man. Well, speaking of Bryan Danielson, Bryan Danielson, man. Bryan Danielson confirms that his contract with AEW is scheduled to expire on August 1st. And that is next week. That is obviously next Thursday. Yeah, man. Bryan Danielson. Contract's coming up in the beginning of August, man. What do you suppose happens here?
I think he stays, man. I think it's pretty obvious he stays. I think he's gonna leave in the middle of. He's literally a contender for their world championship.
Literally.
Why would he just up and leave? He likes AEW. He likes being there. They love him. So I think it's obvious he stays at least for, if I'm guessing, like at least like 2 more years. I see him in AEW. So at least. So I think he's gonna sign a new contract or just do an extension. But I think it's a pretty easy. You know, he's staying in AEW.
Look, man, I think he might dip, bro, before leave Swerve opponentless for All In.
Yeah.
So Brian has said in interviews, man, that, this is going to be the last, um, contract that he does sign. And, I obviously think this is going to be a super part-time. I think they're going to, speaking of restructuring, I think they're going to restructure his deal to a very part-time, very date-based deal. I think he's going to be at All In every year. I think he's going to be at like a Double or Nothing every year. I think he will be at, wherever something in Seattle is, just very limited, not very physical, as he should. He's getting older. He's getting older. He obviously loves his kids, and he wants to, spend time with them and be there for them as they grow up and stuff. That type of time is very valuable for a father, man. So obviously Brian, those are his priorities, and wrestling is just, it's coming to an end for him. And I think he's going to stay with AEW. I think this is going to be a part-time AEW, a very part-time AEW deal. I could see him doing one last WWE match, maybe after this part-time AEW deal, but maybe he does stay in AEW and work in a backstage capacity, man. Who knows? Who knows, bro?
Who
But
knows?
either way, no matter the company, no matter, anything, everybody loves Brian. Even Vince loved Brian. I know Triple H loves Brian. Tony loves it. Everybody loves Brian, and there's always going to be a job for Brian in the business if he wants it.
Exactly.
So yeah, man, and I mean, I know we all love having Brian around, and it's been an honor getting to watch his runs, man. His final runs in WWE, bro. The Planet's champion. That is a fucking amazing run. I think I like that more than the Yes Movement, if I'm being honest. The Yes Movement was magical, but I think in terms of just deep storytelling and deep just character building, bro, the Planet's champion was that fucking dude, bro.
He was. This shit was great.
Yeah, and then dude, this AEW run's probably been my favorite version of Brian overall.
I would say.
Yeah, like I said, man, I mean, if we're talking WWE runs, don't get me wrong, man, the Yes Movement was a magical period, but personally, I love the Planet's champion. But I mean, in general, I think I might have to give the edge to American Dragon AEW Bryan Danielson, man. I think it's been a tremendous run, and it's been getting awesome to watch it, and I think he will re-sign, obviously, go on, do his final run, and then I think he's after August 1st, man, I think we're going to start the beginning to his, part-time, period schedule, man. So yeah, I think he stays, though.
I think so. I think he does stay.
No question, man. No question. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Bill. That sucks so much looking back on it. It didn't suck, but it sucks living to look back.
Definitely, bro. So yeah, man, that is the news on Bryan Danielson. That's the news on Bryan Danielson. Being having a expiring contract next week. And of course, I'm sure you guys can imagine. I don't even have to say. I'm sure you guys can imagine the WWE marks. He's coming home.
Daniel Bryan is coming home. Like, no.
Come on, dude. He's in the fucking main event of AEW's WrestleMania. Like, what? Are you fucking stupid? Yes, they are, but
yes.
All right, man, more AEW news. According to Fightful Select, Eddie Kingston was originally supposed to factor into the AEW and Elite storyline prior to his injury, but he has seemingly been replaced with Mark Briscoe for Blood and Guts and others. So for others, I'm assuming, who the fuck was in Anarchy in the Arena? Man, was it? And you see, though, Brian is the kind of guy where everybody loves him so much. He might be the one guy that works a part-time basis in WWE and AEW.
I could see it. I could see him working that out. I think he'd be able to do that.
Everybody fucking loves the guy. Triple H was gonna let him go to New Japan. Obviously,
He
that
was.
that didn't.
It's a little different.
I was gonna say that didn't nothing. Accumulated of that because of Vince. I'm assuming he was gonna let what's his face go to fucking New Japan. Brody Lee.
Yeah. So
He
it's like,
literally went to Brody Lee and said, "What do you want to do? Do you want to go to New Japan?" And he said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I would love that.
Might be a little different now. Well, it might be a little different now because New Japan works with AEW, but I mean, still,
I think it could work out.
I could
for,
see.
for Brian.
I was gonna say, if Triple H wants to make it happen, and if Tony wants to make it happen, they can make something happen. But he's on great terms with both companies, and they love him. Not saying it will happen, but if there's anybody that would pull it off, it's Brian. It's Brian. Everybody loves that man, like adores him. So I could see it. Or like I said, he does a part-time deal with AEW. At the end of the part-time deal, he goes back to WWE for like a year, and then he's done. And then he might go back and work with AEW on, a part-time basis or whatever. Or I could see something like that happening, but who knows, dude? Who knows? But Brian versus Gunther, Bell, come on, bro. Don't do me like this. Because if we never see it, I'm going to remember that comment for the rest of the time. But fuck, man. Goddamn. But yeah, it's hilarious to see, the WWE elitists and whatnot. But anyways, man, back to Eddie Kingston. So Anarchy in the Arena was that 4-on-4?
I think it was. Yeah, I think so.
And then the other team was Darby with a broken foot. It was Brian and FTR, right?
Yep, that's what it was.
Yeah, because the Elite, they didn't have a fifth. Yeah, they only had 4. So I'm assuming in Anarchy in the Arena, he was replaced by Darby, Eddie, and then I'm assuming in Blood and Guts, he was replaced by Mark Briscoe. Is Eddie Kingston, and
not too mad about it.
I'm not mad about this at all. I'm gonna be honest. I no disrespect to Eddie Kingston. I wish him a speedy recovery, but holy fuck, was he getting nauseating to watch in AEW.
He was. It was just the same thing. He really was just chops. It was just chops all match, and that's all I remember from the guy. Before he left, man. So hope he gets healthy. Hope he can come back pretty soon. But I just think we need this break from him.
I seen a clip in New Japan, dude. He was wrestling. I think it was Phantasmo. Phantasmo's hitting him with the machine gun chops, or as I like to call him, Eddie Kingston's fucking pancakes. He's hitting him with the machine gun chops, and Eddie Kingston isn't selling them. And then he starts hitting his own pancake chops, and the commentators are going nuts because he's the king of the machine gun chops. Those do not look like they hurt at all. Instead of fast chops, you should have watched Gunther and go for efficient. I mean, what?
You gotta wind your hand all the way back and slap the shit out of him. I don't want the little fucking love taps repeatedly to his chest.
Dude, what is that?
Shit. Now look, I hate those. I hate them.
I mean, are you serious right now, bro? What is this? What is this? I mean, come on, dude. What the fuck? I mean, clearly, he has not watched 2017-18 NXT UK Walter, or even 2017 Indie Walter.
Insane.
Dude, it was brutal. It was brutal, bro. Wish Eddie a speedy recovery. I love Eddie. I was not enjoying Eddie's run in AEW.
Yeah.
It sucked. Okay, let's just be fucking honest here, man. The fucking run sucked. His run is Continental fucking Classic guy, whatever he was, New Japan Mark Eddie Kingston era. It was ass. Okay, it was fucking horrible. And Yeah, I mean, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it, man. And I was genuinely not excited for him. I was not excited at all for him to be involved in the Elite versus AEW, as was I for FTR, to be honest. I was excited for Bryan. I mean, he wasn't a part of the feud at all, but at least Bryan's a big name. But man, Eddie Kingston, FTR, these are all acts that I'm sorry, bro, I do not care for anymore. Or at least don't care for right now. I wish FTR, man, don't even fucking get me started right now, bro. Don't even get me started. But God, I wish they went back to WWE, dude. Ugh.
No, exactly. It sucks, dude. A lot of things I'm not crazy about, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with the replacement that happened in these matches.
Yeah, so obviously Darby, that shouldn't have happened, but obviously Darby's a better replacement. He had a broken foot, though, you know, because AEW is the safest place to wrestle on the planet. But anyway, so I was, you know, Darby's obviously, you know, a bigger name. Obviously, I like that a lot more. But I'm telling you right now, I have thoroughly enjoyed and loved the addition of Eddie Kingston out, Mark Briscoe in. Dude.
Man, I like it.
That froggy bow through the table in no man's land in Work Blood and Guts. Dude, that was awesome. And Mark Briscoe is great on the promo. Mark Briscoe is great in the ring. Mark Briscoe is just amazing. And I am so fucking glad that they chose him, that because Eddie Kingston went out, because dude, excellent, bro. I love it. Does he necessarily fit in? No, but the Briscoes do kind of have a little bit of a history with the Bucks, so it makes enough sense, I guess.
Exactly. I think it makes enough sense, man. And I really like Mark Briscoe's inclusion in it, and I think he's been phenomenal, man. He really has been. I'm glad they've been genuinely using him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest fan of the conglomeration, but if there's anybody a part of that act that I love, it's fucking Mark Briscoe, man.
It's just Orange Cassidy, and don't know why Kyle O'Reilly's in the same thing. But that's its own fucking wormhole to go down. But I really like what Mark's been doing.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. And every time I see Mark Briscoe, man, and I see him in these big spots, and especially seeing him in the ring with the Young Bucks, it obviously makes you reflect. It makes you reflect, man, and it always makes me, I don't know if anybody else is like this, but it always makes me think to myself, like, man, if only.
Yeah.
If only, dude. Dude, imagine the Acclaimed out, Briscoe's in. Come on, dude. I mean, the Acclaimed did great, but dude, the Briscoes in a blood and guts match, it breaks my heart, dude. It breaks my heart.
So great.
Yes, them in AEW, bro. Them in WWE. Come on, dog. Come on. God, they would have tore it up. And AEW's tag division clearly tells you the Briscoes would have been a welcomed addition to the roster.
100%.
Because, fuck, man. I mean, that division... Oh, Lord. That division is... There's 3 teams... one of which people half care about. I fully care about them because they're my greatest tag team of all time. And I know in this day and age that may be a very hot take, but Young Bucks are my GOAT tag team. To be honest, bro, it's his Bucks, Usos. It was FTR, bro, but I don't even know, man.
It's tough with them, man. He wrestles for his daughter every week, and it's like, dog, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Please go back to WWE, please.
Please, for the love of God.
Restore the legacy. Restore the feeling, as your boss says. Please, for the love of God, I hate how everybody, dude. Okay, you guys got me started. This is Bell's fault. So, dude. How the fuck are you going to say the greatest run of their career was the 2022 and 2023 FTR run. Bro, were y'all not around for that NXT run? I mean, dude, every time these guys are on the mic, they say, our greatest run was 2022 and 2023. Huh? What? What? Are you... What? So you just weren't around in 2016? Y'all weren't around in 2017? Come on, dog.
AEW, they got them back in the wrestling.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro, the Revival were so... they were just the smartest evil pricks. It was great. Belle got me started, dude. It is all her fault. She got me started on FTR, man. Man, I don't even know. I don't know what to say to her anymore. Anyways, let's get the show back on track. Don't let me fly off the handle right now. But anyways, so Kenny Omega. So, according to Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Kenny Omega underwent surgery on May 16th, and the usual recovery period is 4 months. So in theory, he's going to fall a few weeks short of making All In at Wembley. His health situation was far worse than most who have hernia surgery. And with that, Wrestling Observer Newsletter did report the hope for AEW All In Wembley this year was Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega for the Continental title. So y'all knew that Kenny Omega had to have surgery.
They still took the good shots.
And y'all had him mere minutes after he said any trauma to the stomach could kill me. They proceed to have Jack Perry hit him in the stomach with a chair and dump him off a stretcher on concrete. I just want to rephrase again how fucking insane that is.
That is so fucking wild, bro. That is literally unbelievable.
So, Kenny and Okada at All In. So, I like it. I do. I think the way things are going, and if you're watching AEW television, they are teasing. See, I originally said to myself, maybe they'll do a triple threat, Swerve, Hangman, and Bryan in the main event of All In. But the way it's kind of looking, Hangman and Okada are sort of getting in each other's faces. And they're sort of, just, they don't really like each other.
No.
Maybe they do that. Maybe they do that for Hangman. Because honestly, if Hangman's not in a triple threat, what does Hangman or Okada do at All In?
I think that ends up being perfect for each other. Distract each person with, obviously each other for the show. And I think that would work out very well.
Definitely. But either way, Kenny and Okada will happen. So no reason to cry, Belle. It's time to wipe the tears. No reason to cry. We will get it. Obviously, Tony. We all know, dude. Rest assured, bro. We all know what kind of guy Tony Khan is. He is seething to do that match. So much so, he had Kenny Omega take a chair shot to the stomach to build to the match. That wasn't going to happen because Kenny's health was way worse than anybody expected. However, man, we are going to get the match. It's just not going to be at All In. But either way, dude, Hangman and Okada is obviously, there's a story to the match, being that Okada does not like the way Hangman tries to treat the Young Bucks. He does not like that. And both of these guys have two of the nastiest Nastiest lariats in the game. So
That's gonna be heat.
imagine a triple threat, bro. Hangman, Okada, and Gunther. Gunther's got a nasty fucking lariat. Sometimes, man.
I
Yes.
love that shit.
So yeah, man. So actually, I found this out on Wednesday. Okada used to be a baseball player. That's probably why he's so good at swinging his fucking arms for the fences.
Yeah, that is true, man. He's swinging for the fences.
God, greatest line ever.
Cody.
Cringe
that makes a lot
peak
of
Cody era, bro.
I miss it, dude. You don't miss it in the moment, but boy, right now, just give me a little bit of cringe, Cody, please. Either give me a little bit of cringe or a little bit of fucking dickheadness. One of the two, man. It keeps me alive, man. But yeah, it's interesting to see how they're gonna do all in. But I hope the best for Kenny. I hope he can recover very well. And please, Tony Khan, I'm begging you, take your fucking time. Please, make Kenny Omega take your time.
Definitely. Well, Bell, allow me to now that I'm thinking about this, allow me to make you a little more sad, because if Bryan were to go back to WWE, this is the good thing about him leaving WWE. There is probably so much that he can do when it comes to like younger talent. You're not only looking at Gunther. Could you imagine Bryan versus Braun Breaker? Could you imagine Bryan selling for him? Do you remember how eerie and just unsettling it was to watch Bryan versus Lesnar? Can you imagine Bryan versus Breaker?
Bryan versus Dragunov, dog?
I was just, bro. Dude.
Dog.
Bryan versus fucking Dragunov.
That shit would be insane.
I'm already thinking of crazy scenarios. Could you imagine Dragunov going for an H-bomb but countered into a fucking yes lock? Dude.
Ooh, that shit would be gaming.
Dude, come on, dog. Bryan and Carmelo would be nice. Bryan and Punk, since we never fucking got it in AEW. Man, wow. Obviously, Gunther. I think Gunther's at the top of like mostly everybody's list for fucking dream matches at this point. Wait a minute. Have we ever seen Bryan versus Seth Rollins? Like, not Shield Seth Rollins? I'm sure we've seen that, because I know that was their first feud against, like, Ryback and Team Hell No. But have we ever seen, like, Bryan versus... Damn. Have
I don't know
we?
if they were ever on the... I don't think they were on the same, like, show at the same time after, Bryan came back like that.
Wow.
Not that I remember. I don't think so. Not that I remember, at least.
Dude,
my memory's horrible. So
anybody that comes into WWE, there's two men I look at as like, oh shit, he's got to face them. Gunther, number one. Dragunov, number two. Dude, man, golly, that would be nuts. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane. I don't know if we've seen that, but anyways, a lot of case in point, Bryan would be fantastic. June 17th, 2019. Oh, God, that was during that shit Universal title run? I do not remember that at all.
no, I have no memory of that at all in the slightest.
I can just say hi. I like that, Bell. You can just say hi to her. Technically, I think Roman's the reason Bryan isn't on television anymore. Like in kayfabe, obviously.
I think he was the last one to write him off. I think so.
Yeah, because I think he said, if I beat you, I never want to see your face around here ever again. And he left. He beat him. 2019 was the most the most forgettable fucking year. I mean, bro, I'm talking Hardy's title reign. Dolph Ziggler was in the WWE title match. Brock won Money in the Bank. Lars Sullivan was feuding with Lucha House Party. I mean, what? Like, what was that year, bro? Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans were a team. Like, what the fuck? Stomping Grounds happened. Like, that was when they sold like AEW tickets on a fucking pay-per-view. I mean, what was going on, bro? But
It's when they were like banning AEW shirts and station at that time was legendary.
yeah, because I remember Roman beat Bryan and Edge, and then Bryan gave up his shot so he can face Cesaro, and Bryan gave up his shot so he can face Cesaro, and then Cesaro failed, and then Bryan got a crack at Roman, and that's when Roman told him, if I beat you, I never want to see your face around here again. So they did a match on SmackDown. Bryan lost off TV. Next time we seen him was at All Out. So, which, man, God, we got to be there for the Bryan debut, bro, in AEW. So sick.
Insane, dude. Great to see, dude.
Got to see so much cool shit in my lifetime, bro. So much. Both CM Punk returns. Fucking crazy out here. Oh, God. Taker and Goldberg. Yeah, fuck that year, bro. Oh, my God. That was the year we had that boring-ass Rumble match with the fucking, with Rollins dumping out Strowman at the end. How lame was that? Dude, that was the year we had a 10-hour WrestleMania. Jesus. Shit was a shift.
It was a shift, bro. It was a shift and a half. Fuck.
Oh, man. Ooh.
That shit was overtime, quite literally.
Man.
10 hours.
Yeah, how horrible, dude. That is horrible. Yeah, man, so that's the news on Kenny. We got way off track. That's the news on Kenny Omega, or AEW wanting Kenny versus Okada for All In. Rest assured, guys, we're going to get the match. We're obviously going to get it at like Double or Nothing, maybe next year, Revolution. One of those pay-per-views, we're going to get it, man. We're obviously going to get it at some point, and I'm excited. I just hope Tony Khan doesn't completely kill the Elite before the Elite storyline, which it already has, little to no aura around it, or little to no danger ensuing threats coming from the Elite, because one week they have power, the next week they're struggling for power because Tony Khan and Christopher Daniels are running the ship. Fucking save me. But we're going to get it eventually. I just hope Tony Khan doesn't fuck it up before Kenny Omega gets back like he did with fucking up the Undisputed Kingdom before MJF even returned. And it ended on a brain buster with a guy that still had a broken ankle.
Wild. Fucking wild.
Definitely, man. So that's the news on Kenny. That is the news on Kenny and Okada being it is the news on Kenny and Okada being projected or penciled in, rather, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for All In, man. So The Fiend was great.
Only thing I remember.
But I'll tell you what, the one thing I do remember from that year that pissed me off, dude, was that Hell in a Cell, bro. We all remember the infamous Hell in a Cell that ended on a fucking referee stoppage. Fans were chanting AEW. Fans were chanting, "We want a refund." God, infamous, bro. Infamous, like Tongaloa, bro. The real tribal chief. It was infamous like him, dude, and man, oh my God. But other than that, dude, the Firefly Funhouse that year and the debut and just the aura around The Fiend was unmatched, and then WWE killed it within a matter of months. Never forgive them for that. I will never fucking forgive them for how great The Fiend could have been, and don't even get me started on 2020, because that is probably the worst booking decision of all time.
Insane. Started the podcast.
That was literally the conception of the podcast. That was when the podcast was conceived. Was as soon as the referee's hand went down for fucking 3 when Goldberg beat The Fiend.
God, man.
God. Lord. 2020 obviously wasn't horrible. They fucked Bray up. He kind of rebuilt himself a little bit with the Firefly Funhouse match, and I enjoyed the cinematic stuff he did. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I loved it.
Oh,
Bailey, Boss and Hug Connection, carried Thunderdome. Carried the fuck out of that shit. And then when Roman came back, holy shit, we didn't even know what we were about to embark on. Dude, the feud with fucking Jey Uso, man. I'll never forget watching that Hell in a Cell, bro, and just hearing Jimmy yell at Roman and tell him, dude, this is Joshua, bro. What are you doing? And Roman was crying. Amazing. God, fucking beautiful. Beautiful stuff. So, anyways, moving on, man. Getting the show on the road here. AEW, bro. More AEW stuff. Buddy Matthews.
that shit shocked me.
PW Insider is reporting Buddy Matthews has signed a new deal with the with AEW, not WWE. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, man.
PW Insider is reporting that Buddy Matthews has signed a new deal with AEW this past February. What do you make of this, and how you feeling about this, man? Lay it on me.
It's interesting. I mean, I didn't expect it. I thought he would have left, mainly because, obviously his now wife, is on the other side. I thought he would have joined her. But, he literally is on the other side, man. Other side of a different guy. But, it's, I don't know. I was confused. I guess we'll see with time why he made the decision and how it pans out for him. Creatively, I don't think it's too well, but I'm just shocked. It's weird to me. I don't know why, but it's his choice, and he obviously made it for some reason. So
I'm gonna throw something at you. Tell me how you feel.
Yep.
I think he signed. This is just me conspiracy theorizing.
Oh, I think I know what you're about to say.
I think he signed
That makes sense.
so all of them
He
can be
can go
up
together.
at the same time.
I think that makes sense, and I can definitely see that because we know, sadly, we'll get to his, but man, his up for a little bit, man. So that actually does make sense, and I could definitely see that. I wouldn't be shocked.
That's the only thing, because I'm gonna be honest. Buddy Murphy as a singles going back to WWE probably isn't. It's not really. At least I don't think. He's not going to be. I see them using him how they're using Andrade. Okay, and that's little to none. But that's unfortunate how much talent Vince wasted. But again, Bell, don't get me started. Don't get me started, bro. I'm gonna blame it on Bell again. But anyways, I think that I think he made his contract. So, for example, if Buddy and Brody got 3 years left, I could see Buddy signing a 3-year deal. So they're all up at the same time. And I think because let me tell you right now, I guarantee you it's not just Malachi Black that's unhappy with the way they're being used.
It's gotta be.
It's all three of them. Because if Malachi's feeling that way, I guarantee you, obviously, he's great friends with these guys, and I guarantee you, they all feel the same way. Yo, what the fuck is this guy doing with us? We are on TV little to none, and the only reason we got on TV earlier this year is because Adam Copeland said something. Thankfully that he did. But I mean, dude, what the fuck? I mean, really? It has to take Adam Copeland to say something so we can get these guys on television? I mean, really? I mean, come on, man. But the only thing I could think of is Buddy re-signed with AEW to put his contracts up at the same time as Malachi and Brody. And I think Buddy knows the value of Buddy Matthews is with the House of Black, and it's not going back as the best kept secret,
That does. He stole that from him.
Exactly.
Ooh.
See, anyways, he's secret no more, Buddy Matthews. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I
We're gonna have
mean,
to steal that from him when we get big, but we'll wait till that one.
exactly. So, anyways, that's the only thing I could think of, and I'm all right with it, just because of that alone. Because again, the House of Black, excuse me, coming into WWE, dude. I mean, that's big money right there, man. That's big money. And WWE is going to do them properly. They're not going to have Malachi and Brody as the tag team while having Malachi still be a singles, but Buddy being the singles. No, it's going to be Buddy and Brody as the tag team, Malachi as the leader single guy. That's how
And
it
it's
should
gonna
be,
great.
and that's how it's going to be.
Mhm.
Jumping over to Black. So, according to PW Insider, Malachi Black is currently signed to an AEW deal that takes him into 2025. There has been numerous claims over the last year or so that Black was exiting the company. However, it's never been correct. And with that, Fightful reported that those in AEW are under the belief that Black's deal goes towards the end of the year. And at one point, there were 2 option years applied, and it is not confirmed if that is still the case because Tony Khan is on record saying in 2022 that Malachi has almost 5 years left on his deal. But then again, when Malachi took a little bit of that break, we were there. He was saying goodbye to everybody. Do you maybe think when he was out, he had Tony restructure the deal, not to make it shorter, but to put options in if he wanted to stay or leave? I could very well see that being the case.
It could very well be the case. Maybe he's and now possibly he's opting out of some of those. I'm gonna leave now, because maybe Buddy's new contract aligns to when his official contract comes to a actual end. So maybe now he doesn't really have to do those fast ways out, and maybe he can spend a little longer and then go out together. I think at the very least he's gonna go out with Brody. Maybe Buddy's like a month or 2 behind. I could see possibility, but it's interesting to see how this is all going down.
100%. 100%, man. So, yeah, I think, man, I'm telling you right now, if he has an option at the end of the year or in early 2025, I'm so happy for him because do you remember when he signed with AEW when they were all saying, we're not just signing people to sign people, we want, and they named Malachi specifically, we want him to be a big deal here.
Never was. Never did anything.
Malachi signed.
Match.
Yep, Malachi signed, and that was the that was the year Tony Khan loved Malachi Black for about 2 months, and then he said, "Oh shit, I got Adam Cole, I got Danielson, I got Punk. Oh fuck this guy, I got them. I got better toys to play with. Man, let me put him back in the fucking toy box, and whoop." Fucking that's where Malachi went right into the toy box.
Never. Adam Copeland had to drag him out for 1 match, and then Tony Khan put him right back in. So it's interesting, man. It's really interesting to see how his contract. And man, I hope he gets to leave soon, man. I hope so.
Absolutely, bro. So. Yeah, man, but, man, I'm telling you, dude, if he put options in there, I really hope so, man, because that is the best case scenario for Malachi Black, because that man needs to go, and his buddies need to go with him. And, man, I mean, golly, I mean, it is so long overdue, and honestly, if we wanted to expand on the Dark Father, I would love for him to pick that up.
I would love for him to pick that right up.
Malachi makes more appearances on Zelina's Twitch channel. That is fucking sad.
I've seen clips on Twitter of him always bringing them food and shit. and like makes him try it on live.
That's too funny, dude. That's
It's
too funny.
hilarious.
So that is the news on Malachi's contract, and it looks as if something may be happening soon, man. There may be a little bit of smoke to this fire, and boy, do I fucking hope so, because enough is enough with Malachi Black, and my God, I mean, it is time for him to get out of there, man. I mean, it is long overdue. Long overdue.
It really is. I cannot wait.
Yeah. Keith Lee. Speaking of contracts, Keith Lee's AEW deal is expiring relatively soon. Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Former AEW World Tag Team Champion Keith Lee has been out of action since December of 2023 due to health issues, with Lee undergoing double surgery on an undisclosed injury in early 2024 after a singles bout with former partner Shane Swerve Strickland was canceled last minute heading into their World's End match in December of last year. Yeah, you know, like a whole year after their feud was dumped and left for waste, when it should have happened at Double or Nothing 2023, but I digress. A report from Ibu of Wrestle Purist suggests Keith Lee's deal is up relatively soon, although no details were revealed as the length of Lee's deal, how long is left on said deal, nor if AEW were planning to add on missed time for the Limitless One's absence. Lee joined AEW in February 2022, but his run has been marred by absences and stop and start pushes and stop and start appearances, with him last wrestling on December 23rd, 2023 episode of Collision, defeating Brian Cage and calling out Swerve Strickland for World's End afterwards. Just one of only 19 matches Lee wrestled all year. The former NXT champion stated in May of 2024 he was working to get things handled during his absence, with Lee earlier stating that he had been injured since Grand Slam of 2022. Ibu of Wrestle Purist also stated that Malachi Black's deal is also up relatively soon, although Tony Khan noted back in 2022 that Black had 5 years left on his contract with the promotion. This is great. This is great. And Tony is the kind of guy to do short-term deals, and I really hope Keith Lee signed a short-term deal. And if, honestly, bro, if I was a wrestler in general, unless I'm like Roman fucking Reigns of a promotion, I'm not really signing a 5-year deal. I'm honestly going to go for the shorter-term deals. Anything can change, man. Momentums can shift. You never know when you're going to want out of something. You're never going to know when you feel like you need change. And you're never going to know how you feel, man. Emotions and all these sorts of things could change on a whim, bro. So you always got to be cautious of that kind of shit. And yeah, man. I mean, that, you know, I'm glad that Keith, if this is the case, and if he did sign somewhere around a 2 or 3 year deal, man, I'm glad this is the case.
I'm glad. I hope it goes well. Like Bell says, we want him healthy first before he does anything. But man, I can't wait to see that man back in WWE. It's gonna be great. I'm excited, and I hope we get it, man. I really hope we do.
Yes, and yeah, absolutely agree there with Bell, man. I mean, we want to see Keith healthy, and once he's healthy, I need to see him happy. And that man has not been happy in AEW. And I'm going to need to see him go back to WWE, and I'm going to need to see Triple H cook with him, because, bro, we still never got that match. And you all know which match I'm talking about. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns told Keith Lee after Survivor Series they need to do this again. And he told Vince, specifically after the match, he wanted one-on-one. He wanted Keith one-on-one. The chemistry there was amazing, and they need to do that again, because dude, Keith Lee versus Jacob Fatu, dude, so going back to Bryan Danielson, bro, Bryan and Jacob Fatu, come on, man, it would be nuts. However, man, that is the news on Keith And like I said, man, we need to see him healthy first. And once he's healthy, we need to see that man happy. And happy is WWE at this point because AEW is not a happy zone for Keith Lee whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Alrighty, man. Jumping over to the WWE news now. Jumping over to the WWE news, we got Beth Phoenix. PW Insider is reporting that Beth Phoenix's WWE contract expired. Has expired, and she is gone. She's gone from the company after being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2017. Beth worked as a commentator on NXT from 2019. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
See what I mean? 2019 was a fucking year, bro. Holy shit.
That was a fucking year. Was 2019 also the year that Renee commentated on the main roster?
Yes. So much darkness in the Fiend. Vince was fucking her all up, dude. Oh my God.
And that was so fun. Say this stupid shit.
So much darkness in the Fiend. I'll never forget that, dude. I'll never. What the fuck kind of call was that, bro? So much darkness in the Fiend. Oh, brother. Fuck. 2019, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That year was a year from fucking I don't know where. But man, that year sucked. Man, golly. Anyways, bro. Yes. So, Beth Phoenix's WWE contract is done. Obviously, she could just go about her life and be a mom and a wife and do her thing, bro. Or she could end up where Mr. 10 Toes Down, Adam Copeland, is. I feel like we do see her pop up in AEW for a couple matches at some point. I feel like Copeland gets her to do it.
I think so. I think we're going to get some type of match with her and Copeland. And I think it's pretty obvious where she's going to go, at least in that little very part-time type deal.
Absolutely, man. Speaking of somebody else leaving, but not leaving at the same time, according to Wrestling Observer Newsletter, it is expected that Pat McAfee will be pulled from the Raw commentating position once he joins the College Game Day crew during football season. Which, honestly, bro, I guess is okay. That should lead him right back to, what is it? That should lead him right back around the time that they get started on Netflix. So that would be good, and that would add, some freshness to the show. Like, oh shit, Pat McAfee's back. But here's the thing with that. Michael Cole's obviously going to be by himself. Do you put Wade Barrett with him? Or do you put Corey Graves with him? Because, now remember, we got Joe Tessitore coming in. Where does this leave Joe? Does Joe work College Game Day and Friday Night SmackDown? Because from the sounds of it, Joe is going to be working alongside Wade and Corey. Do they leave? I think because Joe is so new, I think you put Joe with Corey because Corey's got experience. Corey can help him. I don't think you leave Joe with Wade. I think Wade's a great color commentator, but Corey's done color and Corey's done play-by-play. He can help Joe if need be, but I'm not saying that Wade Barrett can't help, but Corey Graves just has more experience. That's just how that is. Yeah. And Corey's got more experience, and if Joe needs help, you could do that. But on pay-per-views, I'm thinking you do Joe, Michael, and Corey, or you just do Michael and Corey, depending on how good Joe sounds. But I honestly think they move Wade. I think they move Wade over to Raw with Cole, And that way he can have involvement in Punk and McIntyre, because I love that. I
I'll
love
say it's gonna be
his.
closer to that storyline, so that'll fit.
Yep. And then obviously he's got, him and Punk, both Nexus leaders. So that's, that's a part of that as well. But overall, I think you move Wade to Monday nights with Cole. And I think you put Joe on play-by-play, Corey on color. So that's how I think you do it.
I think that's the best way to do it. It sucks that we lose Pat for about like a little under half the year at a time.
Yeah, even though people hate him now for some reason.
It's fucking wrestling fans. They don't know what they like. But I'm gonna be excited to have him back, and I would think putting Wade on Raw is your best choice.
Are you telling me, man, that their concerns, their bitches and moans aren't legit, dude?
I mean, sometimes, but most of the time, it's just random complaining about random person that's over, and people like, and people don't like that they like them, so they just don't like them.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Monday Night Raw, due to the Olympics in Paris, France, just a friendly reminder, if you guys did not hear on Monday, Monday Night Raw will be for the next 2 weeks on the Sci-Fi Network. So the Go Home show before SummerSlam and the show after SummerSlam, those are going to be on Sci-Fi. Those will not be on USA. My heart skipped a beat because I could not remember if my YouTube TV had the Sci-Fi Network. Thankfully, they do.
Look at that.
So all is well for me, I guess, but hopefully all is well for you guys as well, and hopefully you guys get the Sci-Fi Network, man. So yeah, it's gonna be on Sci-Fi, and yeah. So if you're trying to catch Monday Night Raw, bro, gonna have to catch them on Sci-Fi, man. So that is that.
Interesting.
More Monday Night Raw type stuff. Monday Night Raw superstar Raquel Rodriguez. PW Insider is reporting that WWE is in internal discussions evaluating the possibility of a return for Raquel Rodriguez, man. I'm very happy for her. I'm very happy that she's getting over all her health complications. I know she was having a lot of trouble with her health. And something about her skin breaking out, I remember she wrestled the Elimination Chamber match with like a skin disease or skin complications or whatever it was. But I'm glad she's healthy and they're discussing a return for her. I just hope that they turn her heel or add some sort of edge to her character, man, because Smiley Raquel is never going to get over.
No, exactly. The Trap Queen, just flexing her shoulder muscles. That, in terms of wrestler level, ain't that crazy. But I don't understand the gimmick. It's non-existent. So hoping she comes back, man. She can come back, obviously, not only healthy, but with something, with some flavor to the character, man.
Definitely. Her gimmick is that she has a nice back. And her back is muscular, but it's not nothing like absolutely... I mean, it looks great, but it's not like, it doesn't look like... Yeah, it's not like the most insane thing in the world. I've seen more impressive backs than that. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, I would like to see the gimmick of having a nice back going away. So
I would very much like that to go away.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, Bill. Here we are. We finally got into your part of the show, man. Fightful Select is reporting that Triple H and Nick Khan met with the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, yesterday, to discuss the possibility of bringing WWE WrestleMania to London. Man, I'll tell you what, bro. It seems as if we are finally getting the ball rolling on the WrestleMania in London type stuff going on, bro. So I'm very, very excited for you guys, man. And depending on what year this is in, we might have to pop out and show them.
Might have to, man. We might have to. London sounds fun. Obviously, we got people out there. So
We have the
we
person
got
out there.
We got the person. We got her. So I'm interested. I'm really down for that. So we'll see how that goes, dude. But WrestleMania London sounds really, really fucking interesting to me.
Absolutely, man. I think it's going to be a great WrestleMania. I'm excited for the time zone, bro. Well, I mean, if we are there, I mean, it would be at night, so it really wouldn't change. But if you know, we're not, if for some reason we're not able to go,
Afternoon Mania sounds beautiful,
dude. Oh man, yeah, that sounds fucking great. That's one thing I love about the summer shows, dude. Doing the podcast at like 3:00. Beautiful.
It's nice, dude. It is really nice.
Music to my ears, man. However, so yes, they met with the London mayor, and dude, they took a bunch of pictures and stuff, and they kind of did him dirty, holding his hands up in those pictures. He looked like a fucking geek. But regardless, Shadiq Khan did have a meeting with Triple H and Nick Khan, bro, and dude, I'm pumped, bro. I'm pumped for you guys, and shit, I might be pumped for us too, because again, we might have to pop out and show them. So,
we have to.
And again, the person is in London, the biggest op. My
We
biggest
got the
hater,
plug
Bell,
out there.
is there. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It could be a generational weekend.
It could be. It could be very generational, man. So I'm excited. That sounds very interesting, and we'll see how that develops, man. Which one it looks to be.
Absolutely. So, WrestleMania, man, it seems as if they're having meetings, bro. They're making it more. Honestly, I think you guys will get a big number. I think you guys are either getting 45 or 50. 50 seems too far away, so I could see you guys getting 45.
I see either 42 or 45.
42. When the hell is 40? Oh, I could see that.
42.
Yeah, because 50 is
42 is a big
50's
number,
too
too.
long away. I think, but
yeah.
I could see 40. I could see 42 or 45 for sure.
I think those are the two main options that they might get.
Hopefully our stadium's built by the time 50 comes around. Fuck.
Okay, I hope so, man. Fucking WrestleMania 55 and shit.
Definitely, man. Oh man. Oh yeah. If they get Wembley, and they're getting Wembley. They're getting Wembley Stadium. 100%.
TK's gonna fucking explode.
He's gonna blow a gasket. 100%. 1000%.
Yeah, man. That Twitter. Oh, I'm gonna love being on Twitter that day.
Man. So, we got news, man, on Logan Paul. According to WRKD Wrestling, despite only defending the U.S. title twice this year,
Get that fucking thing off that door.
WWE management is very pleased with the publicity and appearances Logan Paul has been making with the title outside of the ring during his reign.
They know they could just send their guy that happens to be the champion to those things.
Yeah.
You guys literally are partnered with the UFC. Just send LA Knight there in the crowd.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Remember when the idea for Rey Mysterio holding the U.S. title was to have him drop it to Solo or Santos?
Good Lord.
And now look, I'll always be that guy that says, look, y'all need to stop hating on Roman Reigns. Sure, he defended the title 5 times a year, but all 5 times you cared about the defense. In Logan Paul's case, He's
Fuck.
defended it twice, and the matches were good, but bro, twice? You haven't defended it all summer? Man, I mean, look. I like him as U.S. champ. I just think it's time for it to go. I think it's time for it to go, 100%.
I think it is. I think it's a long time for him to go, for this reign to go. I think it's long overdue, and I really hope they take it off of him at SummerSlam because you could literally get publicity by sending your own people to these things. It's not that difficult, man. It's really not.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get people's names out there. And, you get people's names out there I mean, I get Logan is a big name, bro, and I get, you do want the publicity and the title. He's got a big name. He's got a huge fucking platform, and his platform is bigger than, everybody on the roster, but at the end of the day, man, twice a year, twice this year. I mean, twice this year it's a little much, dude. It really is. It's a little much.
Like dog. Come on.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, dude. We're in a tough situation, dude, where I read this and I say to myself, please don't tell me they're going to keep the title on him. Please don't tell me they're going to make LA Knight chase. And I honestly could see him doing it.
I could see it. I could see him winning SummerSlam. And that's so fucking... This man, LA Knight, was told good things come to those who wait, and he still has to wait.
Like, dude, I just... Man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's... Again, it's like I said, man, it's like I do like the guy as U.S. champ, but it's like, bro, twice a year, it's time, bro, and please do not keep the title on him, man. And again, if you want publicity, again, nobody's got the platform that Logan does, sure. But how do you expect anybody to even trend to that direction if you don't put the title on people and you don't give people runs? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I'm praying they take the title off of him, but dude, I can honestly fucking see them making LA Knight
chase a little more up to like Bad Blood or something.
fuck.
I think
I could
Logan
see it,
shows up.
bro. I could see it. I don't get it, dude. But they're happy with Logan Paul, and I could see them being very happy with the publicity he brings in. But dude, twice a fucking year. At least we cared about Roman Reigns' title reigns. When Logan Paul defends the title, it's like, oh, okay, he's finally defending it. With Roman Reigns, at least it's something you would actually be able to sink your teeth into a little bit, and it's something that you cared about. Logan's you do have care in, but the care wasn't really as same as Roman's.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's concerning. It's concerning, bro, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Bobby Lashley. For our final news story for today, Bobby Lashley reportedly leaving WWE and could possibly jump ship to AEW. Oh, brother.
God damn.
Man. This is interesting. This is interesting, bro. But yeah. Like I said, man, this is our final news story for today. But, man, I don't know. Logan Paul's situation's an interesting one, dude. It's a very interesting one. I really hope they don't make LA Knight chase even more. LA Knight, I don't know how much more you have to have this guy chase, and I don't know how much more you have to have this guy fucking prove that he is over.
Literally, the guy's over. I mean, yeah, he's been over. He's still over. He's your brand face of Slim Jim alongside fucking like what does it take, bro?
I don't know what it takes in this day and age in WWE for them to just put a fucking title on you. In this case, a mid-card title on you. Come on, dog. And you know what, too? The talent pool on SmackDown is so big. It's time we get the title off Logan Paul, dude. He does not need a title. He doesn't. He can eventually go on and win another title. But that's the thing that annoys me about Logan is he's on record saying, oh, being a WWE superstar is my life now. And the guy's shows up every 2.5 months. How is this your life? I understand you're busy, but it's not your life if you're fucking focused on every other thing else. So that I don't get, man. But Bobby Lashley, bro. So according to multiple sources, former two-time WWE Champion's contract is expiring soon, and he is expected to leave WWE in the near future. Fightful Select first reported that Bobby Lashley's contract will soon expire, possibly within a matter of weeks, with Lashley being removed from the internal WWE roster. In addition to PW Insider reporting that the contract of Lashley's former manager MVP is expiring too soon as well. And MVP will be leaving WWE with no real effort made to extend MVP's deal. As a result, Lashley and MVP are hoping to reform their former faction, the Hurt Business, in some capacity in AEW. F4W Online's Dave Meltzer stated on the Wrestling Observer, I know there is talk of them trying to get into AEW. It's one of the things where technically nobody can talk about because I don't believe their contracts have expired yet, but their contracts are going to expire at this point. As things stand right now, WWE is under the assumption that they are gone and that they are going to try to revamp the Hurt Business. In other words, virtually all indications are that MVP and Bobby Lashley are as good as gone. Also, it broke today that oh boy. According to the Wrestling Observer, one WWE source noted that neither Bobby Lashley or MVP were even offered new deals. Others have reported that Lashley was, but turned it down and expected him to leave at this point anyways. How you feeling, bro?
That's crazy, man. First of all, I don't know how you do that to Bobby Lashley. He's one of your fucking best talents. Dude's an absolute beast. Great presentation behind him. He was fucking doing great, under Triple H when it started, and then Triple H just Tony conned him. He forgot about him and he never used him. And that's so fucking stupid and unfortunate. And I don't blame Bobby Lashley for leaving, man. It sucks. I would definitely prefer him to be in this company, but if they're not going to use him right, I understand him dipping, man. And revamped Hurt Business. I like the sound of that, man. Sadly, you're going to be missing one of the members, so that sucks. But maybe you could plug that hole up. Bobby Lashley does have an old friend, and that was also one of his managers in AEW right now. That's again working back with AEW. Maybe you put Leo Rush in this revamped Hurt Business or something. Can't even do the voice. I can't even do it. But maybe you got that option. You got some good people you put in the Hurt Business. Got that fourth member, but it's unfortunate. But exciting at the same time. I love the Hurt Business, and another version of that, I'm down to see how that goes, man. Now, obviously, TK is TK. I don't trust him completely, but at the end of the day, I think Bobby Lashley is a big enough name for him to understand, like, I gotta do at least something with this guy. So, and if he's already, unofficially talking about a Hurt Business reunion in there and whatnot, I think the process is going well with them so far. So it's both unfortunate and very exciting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a very it is exciting to hear about that kind of stuff. It is exciting to hear about that kind of stuff going on. If they're not going to use him, but I'll tell you what, Bobby Lashley, man, as soon as that 2021 run started, man, I loved it. I loved it in every capacity. I loved the Hurt Business. I loved him getting serious. I loved him being I loved him being just a dominating force in WWE, being put with MVP, being put with the Hurt Business. WWE fucked it up. I mean, that is like Fiend levels of how do you fuck that up?
Literally.
Dude, these guys, I'll never forget coming on here every week and shitting on Raw Underground, bro, but the one week the Hurt Business went down there and beat the fuck out of everybody, that was badass as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it was legit, bro. It was legit, and I loved it. I loved it, man. I loved every bit of that. Don't get me wrong, man. I loved every fucking bit of that. But at the end of the day, man, they didn't want to get the Hurt Business back together. They teased it. They decided to leave that money on the table. Why? I don't know. That was one of the dumbest fucking decisions they could have possibly done. Especially, dude, it would have went with the hype of the Triple H era, Hurt Business getting back together. Everybody was in the company. Cedric, Shelton, Bobby, P. Everybody was in the company. And they passed. They passed on it, ultimately. And I don't know why. They decided to put Bobby Lashley with those two fucking dorks, Angelo Hawkins and Montez Ford, that drug him down. They did not want to evolve. They wanted to be regular old street profits, fucking bouncing around all over the place, fucking doing nothing. And it came at the detriment to Bobby Lashley. He did not fit with them. They did not want to evolve their characters. They didn't want the smoke with, like they always say, they didn't want the smoke with evolving their careers, and it fucked everybody in the end.
It did. And, maybe instead of Leo Rush, they got someone else that might fit the tough guy, Hurt Business better, dude. AR Fox.
I was thinking Hobbs.
Hobbs or AR Fox for me. You got your guy. Your fourth man.
I just don't know how AR Fox is not with Swerve Strickland.
No, I don't. I think it's completely stupid, and I don't know if he'll even be used, much at all because, AEW didn't ask him if he could make a pay-per-view before booking it and blame it on him. So, classic. But, Hobbs would be really fucking good too.
Definitely, bro. So, man, this again, this is one of the ones that breaks my heart a little because I love Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley's great, but again, if WWE's not going to use him, and if he feels that they are limiting him, which putting him with the Street Profits and B-Fab, I'm sorry, those guys suck. Okay? And this was the perfect opportunity for them to prove themselves. Look at what a heel run did for the Usos' career.
Completely changed them. Made them the Usos. Made them the one of, if not the best tag team in the world, arguably.
And they fucking failed to evolve. And and it drugged Bobby Lashley down to the point where he wants to leave. He wants to go redo the Hurt Business. Now, as for that, if you got MVP, you got Cedric. Or no, sorry. You got Shelton. Fortunately, Cedric is fucking stuck on speed with Ashante Adonis and NXT as well. Yeah. Dude, you got that, and obviously you got MVP Lashley and Shelton. There are some interesting scenarios. You could do them versus the Acclaimed, being that apparently, Max Caster is not only one of Bobby Lashley's sisters, but Max Caster is also one of Shelton Benjamin's ops for no reason.
Yeah, just because he was being a dick for no reason.
There is a lot of people they can put in the Hurt Business to fill the spot. Keith Lee, if they wanted to do something with that, they could put him with Swerve. I mean, obviously that wouldn't make sense because there's two managers there with Nana and MVP. That wouldn't work. Not to mention WWE ended up putting MVP with Omos, who I actually seen a story today that they have given up on Omos. So the fuck have I?
I don't think we ever had. I don't think we were ever having hope with Omos.
Yeah, no, not at all. Even though Undertaker said he was the next Andre. Give me a break. Guy sucks. So anyways, the man. There's a lot of guys you can add. Maybe even like Logan says, maybe Moose not Logan. Sorry, Victor Nash. My bad. Maybe Moose could be a guy that you add in there if they go to TNA. That could be a possibility. Hobbs, if they did want to do anything with Keith Lee, Sir Case saying AR Fox, I wouldn't mind that. Something for the fucking poor guy to do because he's fantastic.
He's so great.
If they did want to add a younger guy because of just to keep the Hurt Business up, I think Powerhouse Hobbs would be perfect.
He would be really perfect, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of guys that could go down the roster and look, but like I said, man, this one breaks my heart that they fumbled Bobby Lashley this hard because they had to put him with those unevolving dorks in the Street Profits. They wanted, I hope they can go on and hop around with their solo cups, with their unevolving ass fucking act, and they can hang out with B-Fab and fucking jump around and have solo cups fall from the ceiling and hype up the crowd and do their lame ass, old ass fucking shtick because they did not want to evolve, and that's on them.
That's on them completely.
Maybe they put them with Carmelo Hayes. Maybe they do something. Or maybe they eventually put them with Trick, being that, they can all have guys that jump around and dance around and fucking act like fucking fools. Even though
at least Trick is fucking serious.
I was going to say, at least Trick can kind of get down to business a little bit. And I don't know, man. It's upsetting. It's upsetting that they opted to not give the Hurt Business to us because they wanted to put Bobby Lashley with these two dorks to give these two guys a shot, and they completely fucking failed them. Failed them.
So goddamn frustrating.
I remember those first couple promos about Bobby Lashley saying, we're not here to play games. We're coming for power. We're coming for all this and all that. And these guys were still running around like the Ultimate Warrior, shaking the fucking rope, jumping around like a bunch of fools. Meanwhile, Bobby Lashley wants to be involved in the Hurt Business. He wants to get back in business. And these guys are off nothing but the Tri-Stim C4s. I mean, come on, dog.
Literally, man.
It was a failure. And I hope Bobby Lashley does leave if WWE's not going to use him. And hopefully Cedric can be on his way out too so we can get the actual group back together. But if Cedric's not up for a while, there's guys you can put in there. But that's what I got to say on that situation, man. And yeah, that's that.
Oh, definitely, man. I hope it goes well. Obviously, it didn't go well in WWE. A lot of things ruined the act. It's a mix of, getting put with, the unevolving Street Profits, and then obviously Triple H kind of Tony Khan the guy and never using him. So it's really unfortunate that he, wants to leave, but you can't blame him in the slightest. And I just hope it goes well and wherever he goes and however this new Hurt Business forms, I'm down to see it. I can't wait. I'm excited. And it's great to see that he's taken initiative and just doing his thing, man. I love it.
Yes, absolutely, bro. So with that, man, that is gonna do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast, man. And that is gonna do it for this very edition of the news, bro. This has been episode 224. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today on this episode of the news, man. I want to thank you guys so very much. Man. And yes, we got a interesting episode of the news next week for you guys, man. We not only got the news, we got the SummerSlam predictions, man, where some may say the bar will be raised. So
It will be. Never know.
yeah, man. With that, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Heels podcast. That is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so very much for joining us, man. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the news, man. Thank you guys so very much. This has been episode 224, man. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. Victor, thank you. I don't think I've seen you here before, bro. So thank you for joining us, man. And thank you, everybody, man. Logan, Bell, Durante, Man Ray, Victor, thank you guys so very much for joining us, man. And with that, thank you guys, man. We love you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
Summer jet black, what you sober on?